Hey listeners, you're listening to the Midnight Readers podcast. Grab some tea, a midnight snack, and cuddle up in bed as we dive deep into today's most popular fantasies, sci-fi, and mysteries. We're your hosts. I'm Lily.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Christy.
This season we'll be discussing the paranormal romance with political intrigue, mystery, and an Omega-verse flair. That's right, grab your future husbands-to-be. We're headed to Bride Alt America Wear territory.
A marriage built on blood is strategy. A marriage forged in blood is diplomacy. But love is choosing the terrifying warlord and this podcast because they're both ridiculously fluffy. Calling all majestic fluff balls, this is your season.
In this episode, we'll be discussing Book 1, Bride, Chapter 25 through the epilogue, where the secrets of Serena's disappearance and Anna's attempted kidnapping collide to reveal the true villain behind the scenes.
Before we get into it, this is your warning for major spoilers ahead. This includes both Bride and Mate, any interviews with the author, and online fan discussions. We're also avid fans of the Moss universe and might accidentally let spoilers slip for other popular romantasy book series as well. Sorry in advance, like the books this podcast is rated R, so be warned.
Also, a friendly reminder to please like, subscribe, and follow. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also join our growing community on Patreon for bonus content and more.
All right, well...
Go for it.
Last we left off. Guys, there are so many thoughts in my head. I am going to try and be as civil as I possibly can getting into this episode, but just right off the bat, I want you to take a moment and notice in our notes that the 3 questions that I posed in our notes are what the fuck, why the fuck, and whomst the fuck. Which last we left off, we had just met with Owen. We found out Owen wanted to do a coup. He wanted to take over the vampires. He wanted the help from Lowe and Misery. And soon as we start up this first chapter, chapter 25, Misery and Lowe decide that they're going to go to her old apartment. For some reason, Lowe is like, yeah, I would love to see your old apartment. And she's like,
let's
why?
go visit your childhood home.
Yeah, essentially. And it's clearly because he's interested in her, right? Like, he's just interested in anything that has to do with Misery. She's realizing that Gabby is not Lowe's mate. She's still reeling from that realization. And she's also kind of relieved to realize that. They get into the apartment. She's realizing how boring it is in there. He has an overwhelming, he loses his mind.
It has sentimental value. To an outsider, it looks boring.
Right.
Sentimental, S-C-E-N-T.
Yes, sentimental, because he gets in there and it smells so fucking strongly of her that he's losing his mind. Now, we get a sex scene. She begs him to have sex with her. She's like, I want your knot. I want whatever is going on down there. And listen, I have read so many Omegaverse, Shifter. I have read all kinds of wolf, knot, whatever you want to say. I've read it all. After reading this, I have never been more pissed off. I've never not wanted to finish an Omegaverse book. I have never read a romance book that pissed me off so much that I wouldn't even finish my favorite trope. I was so pissed off at what he says to her in this chapter that I was fuming. I don't get mad easily. I was so hurt and betrayed. Oh my God. This morning I woke up angry. I went to bed last night. Johan went to bed last night because he had work today. He bent down and was like, I'm going to go to bed. He was very gentle because he knew I was upset. He was like, I'm going to go to bed. I look over. He looks at my face and just starts laughing because I'm still furious at what I just fucking read. Does anyone want to just tell the listeners, who I hope have already read this, what happens in this chapter?
Brittany, go for it.
before we talk about what he said, I have some thoughts on the actual sex scene.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I have read some fucked up shit. I've never read any fan fiction or anything, but I have read Anita Blake and other things. I don't know if you've read any Anita Blake, but she literally has sex with a werewolf in his werewolf form while she's in human form. And, you know.
Yep, I've read that.
Chrissy's face.
I'm sorry. I have to picture stuff. You say things and immediately it's like movie.
No, Anita Blake got a little much for me.
I've read similar.
Don't hit the wrong hole.
And
oh my God.
And okay, I know that there are so many people out there with a praise kink, and there's a way to do it. But I did not like the way that this was done. And so when he's sitting there like, say it out loud, say the name, all I could think was Edward standing behind Bella going,
well, it's funny you say that.
Say it. Or even, I don't know, just like, I had a whole like thing ready and I lost it. Damn it.
Would you not be laughing if he was like, say it, say not?
Yes!
I would be fucking giggling.
Yes. Like, what does it do? It keeps it inside? Like,
yeah.
How is this sexy? How is this sexy?
I don't know. Who else in your mind saw like a pudgy mushroom?
Oh my God.
Is it not?
Not?
Right?
I mean,
it comes up and then it's like
it is not.
It's a mushroom.
I don't think it looks like that. It's at the bottom of it. So maybe an upside down mushroom.
See, I thought it was at the top. I thought it was like a fungi. Like it went to the top and then it was like, boom, push it up.
Which also brings me questions to like later on. We'll talk about it.
So it's like a toilet brush holder?
Yeah.
It's at the bottom because they can still have penetrative sex without it locking in. So he can still fuck her without the knot being inside her. That's what we were saying last week, is like they could have penetrative sex without the knot.
Okay.
But we can talk more about my questions on how their sex works when they actually do have sex at the end of the book with the knot inside her. But I couldn't not picture.
It's very, it's funny that you don't like it because it's very tame for.
Like, it's not that it disgusted me or that it was like, and it's not that I care about the knot thing. It was the say the name.
Yeah. It's goofy. The dialogue during the sex is a little goofy.
Yes. Like, shut up and just fuck her.
I agree.
Like, I was so turned off by that first little bit of say the name. What does it do? That I was just like, can we move on now?
Yeah. Is this a fucking class?
At that point, I was like, come on, Lowe. Like, can you get this over with? Yeah.
Professor Lowe. Professor Moreland. Actually, that sounds correct.
Yeah, no, it's the sex did not do it for me in this. Yeah, I found it off-putting, and it's not anything to do with the Omegaverse. Just the dialogue. Just the dialogue.
Now, just this sex scene or the later one too? Was that okay?
I have my other issues with that one.
Okay, we will wait to get to those.
But I was offended for her that he wouldn't knot her in this moment. I was like, this poor girl's begging for it, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do it.
And I'm sorry, but I dislike it when guys come on me like that.
Yeah, he also totally scent marks her with the cum. He's like rubbing it into her skin. Yeah, he's like, actually...
Is that necessary?
Okay, you know what? Let's get into it.
Which is so gross because it's kind of sticky.
Let's get into it, as a matter of fact, because literally seconds before he rips her heart out, in the most cruel way he possibly could have. He's saying to her, he's like, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to clean you up because I want everyone to know who you belong to. And I'm like, are you really going to say that shit? And then you're going to say, yeah, it makes sense that you, as someone who has never had anyone who loved or cared about them, would want to feel like they belong. fuck you, Lowe. Fuck you so fucking hard.
And that you don't understand the verbiage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like she doesn't understand.
That pissed me off. The fact that you don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, you fucking do.
Well, you also won't take any extra time to talk to her about it. You refuse to talk to her any more about it in regards to how she could possibly have something to do with it.
I thought it was really egotistical / selfish. I don't know what the right word for it is, for him to sit there and be like, well, I don't want you to know that I'm your mate because then you'll only be with me because you feel like you have to.
Yeah, I was like, get your head out of your ass, you stupid fucking bitch. I angrily...
Way to tell her own feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't make that decision for her. You're basically doing what you don't want to do, which is take away her decision to choose you. And I was texting Rachel about this because I was furious that she allowed me to read this. And that she was like, I think you're going to like it. Okay, bitch. Well, you didn't tell me he was going to act like Edward.
It's like overnight and Lily's texting her, what? Wake up, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I have to talk to you.
Yeah.
No, literally, 1 a.m.
That was the other Twilight thing. I was like, first of all, he's having this little in the forest, say it
Yeah.
thing with her. And then he goes, I'm leaving you for your own protection.
Yeah.
And how many times did I tell you guys that shit pissed me off so much? I was never an Edward girly. And at least Edward was nice. He didn't say to her, that would have been like if Edward said to Bella, well, it's just really sad that you want to be with me because you have no one else in your life. And also your parents are not like a family. So of course you want a family. Can you imagine? Everyone would have been so mad at Edward. Lowe literally takes the one thing about her that she is insecure about and unsure about, and he throws it in her fucking face. Mm-hmm. And then after that, he leaves her there. He leaves her without any kind of proper goodbye. He's just like, as a matter of fact, I don't think we should see each other. I'm going to have someone pick you up, and I'm leaving right now. And then when they get back together, spoiler, when they get back together, he doesn't even beg for forgiveness. There's nothing. Yeah. It's just like I'm sorry about that.
He has a guilty face about it.
The fucking feelings that I felt reading that shit.
Well, and the gaslighting too, because the fact that he keeps making it sound like she got the wrong ideas when in reality, he gave her those ideas. He is the one that told her those things, and not her just assuming.
And not to mention she's right. Yeah. She is his mate.
She's right. Gaslighting the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
When this whole time she was confused about it. Like this whole time, Misery has been convincing herself that there's no way she could be his mate, but she's going to let her feel these feelings.
Yeah.
She's going to let herself feel these feelings because, it's better to have loved and lost is essentially how she's feeling. And this motherfucker basically just said, I pity you.
Yeah.
Fuck right off.
Well,
no, that shit pissed me off.
What really pissed me off too on this part, because this one is the one I was like, I hate this chapter. This one I was really angry with. But
yeah, no.
What really pissed me off was the fact that before he had basically been like, if you tell me, we can work together as a team. And they worked together as a team. That's why I loved it. Why the fuck could he not tell her what was going on so that she could have been a part of it as well? There was no reasoning. It's not like her dad could read her mind. He could do the thrall thing with her, but even then she'd be screwed. Oh, we can't?
They specifically said that vampires cannot thrall other vampires.
Oh, well then there is no excuse for him doing that, because there would have been nothing that she could have betrayed on her own if they had been working together. So, bullshit.
I was so mad he went from being my current favorite to my least favorite of all time. I don't think I will ever reread this book. I don't think I could ever be not... And it hurts more because I love this genre. So y'all are fucking lucky that we're locked in to read Mate, because I hope that I like Mate more. I hope Cohen is not fucking stupid. This guy is a fucking coward, okay? He's a coward. And you know what made me realize? Lowe is just like every other man. It's too real. It's too fucking real. Of course he was like, yeah, I'm going to have sex with you and I'm going to love on you and then tell you how beautiful and good you smell. And then I'm going to say, actually, you had that wrong. You were wrong about that. If that's not the most fucking...
Yeah.
Tamlin-esque?
Yes!
Yeah.
Anyway, I read the rest of this book in a fury of anger. So if I don't remember some of the details, y'all are going to have to help me out a little bit. I do think part of the reason that we have this scene with Lowe is because it has to happen to propel the plot forward so that she can be alone and she can be kidnapped. However, did he have to be that cruel?
It didn't have to happen, honestly.
He could have told her that. He could have told her, let's pretend we're fighting and I will have somebody come pick you up.
Why even pretend? All they had to do is have Owen call and being like, okay, I'm going to come to you, Misery. I'm going to have somebody pick you up.
Yeah. Or that. Yeah.
Done. Same situation.
I just think, I don't think at that point they were in on it. He finds out what's going on after he leaves Misery.
Well, that's what she did say that she's so shocked that at some point she knows that that Lowe is on the phone. I thought I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was on the phone,
and then he left. We don't know who that conversation was because she wasn't a part of it and she wasn't paying attention. Right. So that could have been Owen. I assumed it was Owen.
But so
it is Owen.
So why did he do that? Because I thought he had that conversation with her in order to set up a situation so that he could figure out who was...
No.
Then what the fuck was that for?
That was he was trying to gaslight her.
Give her freedom so that she didn't feel bound to love him.
That wasn't part of the orchestration. That's what makes it worse. He did not know at that point that Owen was trying to set shit up.
What?
That was him genuinely trying to get her to back off from him.
I did not know that. I was... Motherfucker.
No, he tells her later, yeah.
Christy's face, she's like...
The call that I got was from Owen, and that's why he said... So after this, he goes to meet Owen, and then Owen shows him the footage of Mick breaking into Serena's apartment, which is what we find. We find out in the next chapter that Mick is the traitor because he picks her up from the apartment, and then...
Which I knew as soon as he said,
Why the fuck?
Yeah. As soon as he picked her up, it was clear.
As soon as he said, I'll send somebody to pick you up, I was like, whoever shows up at that door, that's the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Mick picks her up.
That is some fucking bullshit. What?
Yes!
What the fuck?
That's what I'm fucking saying!
I don't want to review the rest of this book.
I was wondering why you weren't as angry. Because I was like, I was so disappointed and upset with the ending, and
same
to have it there's no even he's an asshole. Usually if you're gonna make somebody an asshole in a romance book, you have some time for him to make up for it and to get over it.
Like,
no, it's literally he's an asshole. The book ends. That's how it ends.
Is actually such a realistic piece of shit boyfriend. Because to do that to her, to make her feel loved and safe, and then yank it out from under her and make it her motherfucking fault.
Yes.
For no fucking reason. I thought it was because he was trying to keep her safe. He knew something was going on, and there was an intent to come back around later and fix it.
He did not know at that time.
That motherfucker.
No, he had no idea. He was saying that to her. Oh my God. I can't believe he said to her essentially like, I'm sorry, you must have misunderstood what was going on here. I can't be with you like that. It's not like that. Lowe, you filthy fucking lying bastard, you piece of shit. I cannot believe he would do that to her and then claim to care about her.
Mm-hmm. And that totally misrepresents the character that has been built up until now.
I
Someone
agree.
with integrity and loyalty, and to fucking do that
I agree.
is bullshit.
But at the same time, he thinks that he's protecting her.
Right, which is stupid. I feel like I honestly feel like it would have been better if instead of saying such awful things to her, if he had, I don't know, like maybe ignored her and then left in a hurry, or instead of giving her, feeding her all of
trauma,
this bullshit.
Giving her trauma.
Yes, like attacking her personal sensibilities. He could have given her some other weird excuse and just like shoved her off.
Yes.
Like, it didn't have to be the level that it was for her to back off, because she's already...
He got what he fucking wanted, and then he left.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Misery is already the type to be like, well, you know, I shouldn't get too close, or I should... Like, she doesn't let herself feel things.
Yeah.
And so for her to finally have that realization and be like, oh, maybe he feels the same way as maybe I feel.
Yeah. And for her...
In that moment to like...
For her to admit...
Like, tear her down.
She wanted to be his mate.
It's a big deal.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And she finally had a place to fucking belong.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he rips that from her after he builds it up so that she feels like, not only that, but he's the one that wanted to go to her fucking apartment.
Exactly.
She didn't want to go. And he was like, I really want to see it. And
right.
Are you? Oh, I'm motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so fucked on so many levels. And then even though things get made up later, there's really no...
There's real remorse, apology.
No, there's no closure there.
There's no retribution. There's no redemption. Whatever R word you can think of. Yeah. Like, there's none of it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm so confused why it would go like this, personally. Like, I don't understand how other people are reading this book and not having the same reaction that I am.
Well, I mean, I did... When we started this book, I did tell y'all that I heard that it wasn't worth the hype. I did not hear that. They said it was still a good book, but it wasn't worth the hype that it was receiving online. And I was like, okay, this isn't just not worth the hype. This is disappointing
and heartbreaking.
And
yeah, it is. I read romances to feel happy at the end.
Yeah, and to have...
And I'm okay with a guy being an asshole as long as he grovels by the end.
Or do it like they did with Tamlin, with Sarah J. Maas with Tamlin, to show you what the bad guy really looks like under like the good veneer versus the one you think is bad and is really the good one, because then they stay the same. But if there was a follow-up book that she fell in love with somebody else, then I'd be like, okay, I get it. But come on.
Yeah, I feel like I just thought it should have been longer, or there should have been more scenes where he
groveled.
Like, they really talked about it. Yeah, like if they had talked about it a little bit more instead of just like, instead of her, at the end, she comes back to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't call her. He doesn't say anything. He just lets her figure out that she has to go back to his house, and she walks in and she's like, oh, he's kicking me out. Like, there's boxes in here. He's packing up my stuff. That's not what was happening. But she thought that because he had not come and contacted her.
Yeah. And as somebody who's had things like that said to me, I don't understand how she could ever trust him again.
Same.
Right.
Same.
Now I'm going to have to redo all my fucking notes.
My thing is, I don't care how much he thought he was doing on her behalf. It's not up to him to make that decision. If it involves her, she should know.
Mm-hmm. To me, though, a guy that does something like that is a fucking coward. I think a guy that does something like that, it is because they are afraid of being left. Therefore, they want to leave first.
Yes, 100%.
Agreed.
Man the fuck up and stay.
I agree. He even says later to her, he says, I was afraid that, you know, you would leave eventually. Like, he says something along those lines. And I'm like,
I hope she does.
Have you not come to understand who she is at this point? Like, you clearly don't understand her at all.
At all.
And you didn't give her the chance either. It hurt my feelings for Misery. And it kind of made the rest of the book feel cheap, because we fly through the climax finding out everything when Misery is kidnapped by Mick, she ends up finding Serena.
Did she find Serena, or like, can you say she found?
I don't mean literally, just more like she ends up with Serena, which is, I guess that's going to tie up an end.
Which also brings me, okay, so we do find out that Mick kidnaps her because Misery's dad has his son.
Yeah.
And which the vampires have had this werewolf kid locked up somewhere for how long?
Yeah.
I was a little confused on that part too.
Yeah.
And on top of that, what exactly does the vampire dude get out of having Anna and Serena? Because I don't understand that at all.
I was having trouble following it as well. From my understanding, he wanted to kidnap Anna and he kidnapped Serena because since they are both hybrids, he said that they were like dangerous. He said that they represent how humans and werewolves could come together against the vampires. So,
but logically, they said that there were potential hybrids overseas. So it's not like taking the two in America that he knows of is really going to do that much.
No.
And if he wanted them not to be symbols, as he calls them, why not kill her?
Yeah.
Well, I think he wanted to see if she would be of use, and he wanted to kind of see what the potential there was. But I think the reason that the American part was the only part that he cared about was I can't remember, somewhere he talks about the fact that in other places, vampires are basically pushed out because they are the weakest species. But for his area,
which is wild.
Right. But for his area, they're not, because they've made those connections with the humans. And that if in seeing the hybrid, they can see that a werewolf and a human can work together, then it could make it to where humans and werewolves come together, thereby leaving them out.
That's my point. If there are hybrids overseas, what's to stop those hybrids from ever coming to America, or Americans going and encountering them and bringing back the news? Just because you kidnap the two hybrids that you know of in America does not stop the information from being out there.
It seemed like it was also in conjunction with a handful of other things he was doing, to be fair, like orchestrating fights at the borders, enthralling various members of the government. He was doing a lot of things in order to make this possible, and I think that was just one of them. I don't know if it necessarily makes a lot of sense, but
that's what I'm saying. Like I understand how he did it. I don't understand why he did it. Like, what's the logic behind this? What's it gonna get you?
Maybe he thought if he had control over the hybrids that he would be able to use them somehow. But I think that it's telling that we don't really understand, you know?
Maybe we'll learn more in the next book, since it is about Serena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just so confused.
We also don't know if he died.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know what happened to him, or what happened to Mick.
Yeah.
Or what happened to Mick's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what happened to Emery.
Well, at the end of the book, I think Lowe was still deciding what was going to happen to them. But yeah, maybe in this book we'll actually see that decision, because you're still in that same time span. It's just from a different point of view.
Well, it's a different pack too, though.
Yeah, but we'll see.
No, aren't they there?
Well, Cohen is a different pack.
Cohen is a different pack.
Different pack, but I think it's set still in the same area.
Same area, I think, or California. It's in California, whereas Cohen is in California.
He is, but I think this one though is set in like near Serena. I think it's around Serena, and she is with them.
Yeah, but there's no reason she wouldn't go to California like Misery went to Lowe's house. So I think it's
Christy might know something we don't, because she's been reading ahead. I don't know. We'll see. Because
does it not say it on the back?
On the back, it says that she's packless.
I'm Brittany. I know things you don't.
Yeah, it says on the back that she's packless. So
Are you trying to gaslight us?
Oh.
Do what?
She said, "Are you trying to gaslight us?"
Actually, no. No.
See?
Like a
See?
wonderful-hearted human being. I'm trying to actually give you the real information.
I personally, I was about to say, I don't think Christy would do something like that. Just saying.
Why? It's fun.
No, look at this face.
You don't think my face is trustworthy?
I don't know.
I will say, going back to the book, I think that Serena is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
When she was introduced, when Misery gets shoved in that attic with her, I loved their interactions with each other.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that she called Counselor Lark a fuck waffle, I was like,
Beautiful.
When she said that, I was like, oh, you and Cohen would so get along.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
Did anybody else feel just a little bit jealous of Serena's situation? I mean, to not have responsibilities, to have everything that you need brought to you, and you get to just stay in your room
Oh my gosh.
as long as it's nice and comfortable, obviously. Was there anybody else just a little jealous?
Well, that was why her first
No.
plan was to, stay where they are and grow old. Now,
Right.
I'm very independent, so I do get claustrophobic when I feel like I'm being
Yes.
boxed in.
Same.
So
Same.
that would bother me, that I wouldn't be
Sounds like a
able to
nightmare.
move the way I wanted to move.
Yeah. I think I would hate it, especially being in an attic.
I would more than willingly put myself in a room with no locks and stuff and read books and have things brought to me.
Right.
but be able to leave.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like the kidnap part, but just the part of like, so every day is the same thing. Every day you know what's going to happen.
I will say, sometimes I'll need some adventure. When we were locked down for COVID, by the time I got to go back to work, I was like talking a mile a minute, and everybody at my work who is so used to me never saying a word, they were like,
Are you okay?
What happened to you?
It's like whenever Misery hugs Serena and she's like, "Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're hugging me."
Oh my God, though.
No, I did great in COVID.
I loved COVID.
That was my jam.
I loved COVID,
Great.
but the fact that my coworkers got to go back to work and I didn't, and then I wanted to do something other than what I had been doing for a month.
I wasn't supposed to go back to work, but I did. I remember getting to work and Will was like, "Are you supposed to be here?" And I was like, "Hush, be quiet." It's like the most peaceful work at the library I've ever had. No patrons.
I know, especially when there was no patrons, I definitely wanted to go back. But
We had to clean the whole library.
what do you mean you weren't supposed to go back?
I guess because I'm immunocompromised.
That's what
But-
they told. That's what
Yeah.
they told me, and
Yeah,
I
but-
contacted Donna, and Donna was like, "No, that's something that Jennifer decided on her own."
Yeah,
And
no.
I guess.
I just decided I was going to go to work.
But anyway, I loved the fact that Serena's plan was to get Bob to
I like the Bobs.
That's Bob. Him and anyone else that comes to the door.
Mhm.
yeah,
I named him Bob.
to get Bob to like be thralled
Mhm.
by Misery, and Misery
Throbbed.
to be throbbed.
Let's throb Bob.
She's like, "I got something in my eye. This is.
I love how Serena was
I'm
like,
gonna
"She's
die."
dying." And then he realizes what she's doing and he sticks his hand in like an idiot. And Serena twists his hand back and pops the knuckles out of his fucking fingers.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, ugh.
When she was like, "I guess I must have stunned him with my thrallness," because Serena's able to hold on to him even though he's got lots of strength. I was like, yeah, she's definitely
Yeah.
a werewolf.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I did want to mention that I truly feel like that this is an exact match to how the three of us would react in this situation. That we would be both badasses and completely dorky.
Like
Oh my
stupid,
God.
but get the job done.
I can absolutely see me after like
100%.
after we got the guy like knocked out or whatever, tied up, me going,
Yay! We did it. Okay, now what?
what next? Oh, and how about Misery trying to break down the second door?
I feel like that would be either me or Christy, and then Brittany would just be like, "Did you try turning the handle?"
Yeah.
And I'd just be like, "Oh,
Right, man.
right."
Uh-huh.
But they get out of the attic, and it's the nest. It's the nest. They're at the top of a skyrise,
Which
and I didn't see that coming. I will say I did not see her dad.
we did talk about it last episode. We were like, what if it's her dad?
I didn't believe that, though. I did not believe that at all.
That seems so easy. That was too
Yeah.
out too like on the nose.
Yeah. I
And
didn't think that was even in contest because I was like, surely not.
Mm-hmm.
It was disappointing because it was kind of like, and I didn't know who else it could be, but honestly, when I think about it, who else could it have been?
The loyalists.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were also an easy answer.
I really thought it was Mick. And it was, but it also wasn't. Like, I thought he was going to have a bigger part, I think.
I thought it was going to be Alex, so I'm glad I was wrong.
I was so glad you were wrong about that. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
He shows up after the big fight, and I was like, Alex, my beloved.
And he's no longer scared.
You've lost your intimidation factor.
Yeah, he's no longer scared. Oh, man. But I will say,
Did y'all think that Owen had turned?
Yes.
yes, briefly.
Yes.
Really? I didn't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, this is totally, he cares way too much about his sister to
I briefly
turn
thought
on
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to think it, but I was hoping what had happened was he told Dad that he was going to be a part of it, but nobody else knew that he was going to be on the good side, if that makes sense. He had been going along with Dad, but decided to use this as the time for the coup. And then that kind of was what happened. So I thought that he was playing both sides, I think, is what I thought.
Oh no, I thought he was totally not doing a coup, that was just for him to tell her that. And I thought he completely betrayed her. So I was glad.
He really cared. Like, he was really angry about how his sister was being treated. That's how
true.
I took it. So I was like,
Mhm.
as soon as he came in with Lowe, I was like, oh, this is like when Han took Chewbacca in to save Princess Leia.
Yeah, okay.
Well, apparently I fucked up because I gave Lowe a nicer story and I gave Owen a meaner story, and it should have been the opposite.
I think I was really surprised by how quickly it wrapped up at the end.
Yeah, it was.
It was all neat and tidy.
There was some meetings, and I took a nap in my childhood bedroom, and
Daddy got overthrown. The peanut butter was for Anna.
Peanut butter was for Misery.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Was not for Anna.
Oh, I did want to say too. So earlier today, Lily had texted about how angry she was about the whole book. And then Brittany asked, "Are you satisfied with the end?" She said, "Not really, no." And that she was still very upset. So when I was reading it, and I was about to call him Lionel.
Oh my God.
Her dad had the knife to her throat. I thought, oh my God, I bet they kill her. And that's why it's not satisfying. Like, they actually kill her in the end, and that's how this ends. So I was worried that whole time that
Oh my
that's
gosh.
why you were so angry, is because they ended up.
I kept waiting for you to text and be like, yeah, that sucked.
And I was like, I love it.
I kept waiting for both of you guys to text me and be like, yeah, that wasn't a very good ending. Brittany was busy all day. Chrissy just texted and was like, I liked it. And I was like, what? What?
Pretty much I slept all day. And then I woke up in just enough time to, like, wash up.
I think Alex is the best thing in this book, personally.
Yes. The banter, like, the dialogue was
Good.
decent with some exceptions.
I liked it.
I'm, again, not the person who likes talking during sex to begin with, but to have cheesy sex. I think that I don't like excessive talking.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind that. I thought it wasn't very good in this one.
No. And then, okay, so yes, he is installing these windows in her bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Which, why the fuck does she still have a bedroom and not in your bedroom? Why don't y'all have a shared bedroom?
Because he knows what he did. He knows what he did. That's why. But in the end, they do share
eventually. Which makes you're like, do you have to put new windows in, or did you do that while you were already putting windows in the first place? Or yeah. But anyway, the sex scene where they actually have sex with the not inside her.
Uh-huh.
It's at the base. Yeah. And so I'm thinking like where the balls are.
Yeah, right above it.
But the balls don't go in either.
No, they don't.
I need a visual because this seems like a whole clusterfuck of stuff.
I tried to give you a visual before. Okay, hold on.
I need an actual drawing.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm thinking like it blows up and it like just shoves up the entrance, but not inside.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, is it like an upside down umbrella?
Penis visual incoming.
And also, yeah, she talked about the sperm still coming out.
It's like this. Can you see it?
I can. Okay, so like a pudgy reverse mushroom. Okay. Okay, like that makes sense. Like like a plug. Like a plug.
It's not like the bottom is like a nail shape. Like it doesn't flatten out that much. It's like it just has a bulge at the bottom.
Right, kind of like a drain stopper. Okay.
Sure.
No, I got it.
Yeah, it's just enough to keep it from leaking out, and it's just enough to be a little painful.
So exactly like a drain stopper.
It's a Jesus Christ.
It's a butt plug.
It's a long plug.
Yeah, kind of.
Ugh.
And then it's a part of the penis. So it's like just the base of the penis that swells up and gets bigger. So that's why he was like, I don't want to hurt you because if I try to shove that in, it will stretch, it will hurt. And she's like, I don't care, let's try it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, people birth babies. You can get that thing in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
People fist each other. Shove that thing up there. That's all I'm saying. Like, that was stupid. I know that this is these romances are vanilla, but if you're gonna write a knot, you gotta commit to it.
The way I was picturing it was a drain stopper, but like flat. And so I was like, how the fuck does that fit in?
See, I was too. It was like a jellyfish kind of thing that I kept picturing. And I was like, is it like underwear? But that makes more sense doing it the way that you did.
To be the Omegaverse teacher.
Like, see, I need the visuals because my brain like goes wonky with all sorts of weird shit. Yeah, thank you. That was great.
I'm happy to help. I'm so happy to be of assistance.
Very good drawing, by the way.
Thank you. You said you needed a drawing. I said, say less. I will make that happen for you.
And 2 seconds later. That's some talent.
I am on the weird side of the internet. Yeah. Oh God, I can't believe I'm telling this to the public. that I know what this is.
Well, I mean, there are tons of people who know what it is.
Yeah.
And I've read similar in traditionally published books, just not nodding specifically.
Well, ladies, I'm glad you've come over to my side, just briefly at least. Hey, maybe we'll like the second knot. I don't know. We're going to get the whole experience because they're both going to be...
Well, Serena's half werewolf, so she's all ready for the knot. She's built for it.
Yeah, she's prepped.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to get the full... I wonder how much of this is going to go full Omegaverse because there are other things that are not in Bride.
Uh-oh.
I'm wondering how far this is going to go, so...
We get some more drawings.
God, I hope not.
So the final sex scene where they do penetrative. Again, I had no problem with the actual sex, but it's the dialogue that gets me.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's, again, the praise kink going on, where he's like, oh, you took it so well. You did such a good job. And all I can picture is somebody going up to a little dog going, oh, you did so good.
That is not how I hear it, let me tell you.
And I'm listening to the audiobook, so I'm hearing it in a guy's voice. And he's trying to say it sexy. But
that's
no,
probably part of the problem.
All I can hear is him going, you did such a good job. Yes, you did.
Here's a cookie.
That's not how I hear it, but I'm sad for you guys that you're not experiencing how I'm experiencing it.
See, I don't mind a praise king.
I'm sorry, did you say praise
but
king?
I don't think that's right. It is.
It can be a praise kink. It can be a praise kink, but I also think it's kind of tangentially like a, what would you call it?
Okay, what's a praise kink?
Kind of like a breeding kink thing.
A praise kink is basically one partner telling the other, good girl, or, you took that so well, or, praising them for whatever.
Now, okay, next one. What is a breeding kink?
It's what it sounds like.
Like the actual act of breeding, or like
breeding.
You're going to take my baby kind of thing?
Yeah. More like the thing that's hot to them is getting their partner pregnant, theoretically. It doesn't have to result in pregnancy for it to be hot. It's more like the idea that is happening.
So for that not to come out and him to be like, I'm smushing it, and say like kind of thing.
I'm sorry, what?
But that's it, right? What? Like the keeping it in, like I'm gonna force it in you. I'm gonna
Yes. Yeah. Like there's a point when they have sex that in the first time they have sex in her apartment, he pushes the cum back inside her. That's very breed kinky.
Okay. I learned so much on here.
I thought he did that during the second one.
Yeah.
He rubs the cum into her skin.
Yeah, I could be mixing them up.
But he pushes the cum back in her in the...
I could be mixing those up. And I think that he has sort of a breeding kink because of the werewolf thing. It's like an instinct thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
He definitely also has a praise kink. Although usually it's the person receiving the praise that gets off on it. But I think he enjoys giving praise a little too much.
I don't mind that. I think that's hot. I
think if you do it right, it can be hot. I don't think he did it right.
See, I learned so much on this podcast. I mean, my God.
Again, so happy to assist.
I don't think he did it right. The other issue I had with this last sex scene was the, again, Edward moment where he was like, I didn't hurt you, did I?
Like, don't you think you would know?
If she's not hurt.
Yeah.
Very Edward-esque.
Yeah, like, chill out, my guy.
And then the last thing, the fact that he had to stay in her for 30 minins and she fell asleep while he was
normal.
Still stuck inside.
That is also very normal in a megaverse.
Like, I'm just like, I don't.
What do you have to pee?
I can understand it.
You're hungry.
Does it have to be that long? Yeah, what if you have to pee?
You're stuck.
Does it have to be that long?
That's part of it. That's another reason that he's like, I don't want to make you do that. It's like, that's part of it.
See, the one that I read, the two people were stuck together, but it was like maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah. Huh.
I mean, it's not always 30 minutes.
I know, but I'm saying for this one. I'm not saying, for the nodding in general. I'm just, why 30 minutes? That is so awkward. And to the point where I can literally have this person on top of me or to the side of me. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to go to bed now with you still inside me. It's fine.
And just to clarify, because it was 30 minutes because he couldn't physically remove himself from her. It wasn't that he was like, you're going to take it. No. But, okay, so what happens in the house gets fucking set on fire? Are you going to run out like a Olympic, like where they tie your legs together?
You are fucked.
Oh, yep. I have another, question about...
I mean, you could rip it out.
Oh, well, I have another question about how it works. So if the vagina does stretch and like people fist,
Yeah.
and they can take that shit out, like the vagina stretches, why? Like there's nothing holding on to it. It's just plugged up, right?
It's just that it's uncomfy to pull it back out. So people usually just wait for it to go down.
If she need him in the crotch, would it go down faster?
Probably. Why would she do that, though?
Maybe she has to pee.
Christy's answer, violence. What if I hit him in the crotch?
And my last thing on the sex, shower sex is uncomfortable and in my experience never works out. Never.
Yeah.
So
You gotta have the right size shower.
Oh.
If it's too small, then you're getting hit in the head with water.
here's another.
And you're drowning and yeah.
And the right size people.
Yeah.
Take it from me. I've tried to have shower sex once with someone who is much taller than me. Does not work out that well.
Oh, yeah. Get a ladder.
the somebody who was only like a little tiny bit taller than me and did not work out. Mostly because he couldn't even hold me up. But,
Holds you up.
and it was very slippery.
The fuck were you doing in there?
Mm-hmm.
What they did in the book. He picks her up and pushes her against the wall, and he's lifting her.
Oh. Well, you gotta turn the other way. Then you don't have to hold somebody up.
He couldn't hold me
Yeah.
up.
But then you have to be the right size.
That was also back when I weighed like 85 pounds.
Right? But then you gotta, it's the spray. You gotta watch the spray because then you get drowned. And that's not fun if you're like, while you're,
Anyway, I had this thought too about the knot. So those books that are like, I couldn't even wrap my whole hand around it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Or both hands. I couldn't wrap both
Yeah,
hands
those are
around it.
ridiculous.
What book? Is this the milking one?
No. Just
No, it's
just a
bunch
trope
of them that are
in
like
romance novels.
That would be horribly painful.
there are videos.
That's a size...
I know, right?
Another moment, another lesson for Christy. That is a size kink.
God.
There are people there are people on the internet who literally they would pick up things and put their hands around it and they're like, okay, so I can put both hands around that. And I think it got to be like a peanut butter jar where they were finally like,
A peanut butter jar?
yeah, I can't put both hands around this.
That's crazy.
A peanut butter jar. That's how thick
Oh my God.
Too far.
people, yeah. Like, how is that fitting? I'm just saying.
I feel like you guys are not seeing the magic of this.
We're bringing logistics into it.
No, I'm not seeing. I am not seeing the magic
Suspend your
of
disbelief for a moment.
A semi truck.
a peanut butter jar.
Oh my gosh.
What is that big gas station that's like, not Chucky's, but like, what is it? The big gas station in Texas?
Bucky's?
That's like a fucking mall? What?
Bucky's.
Bucky's. There you go.
Bucky's.
I'm not a Bucky's.
Yeah. Not meant to have trucks inside you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Park that little... What does Cardi B say? She says, park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage.
Wait, so does that mean she's part of that world? Like she reads that?
That would be hilarious if Cardi B fucking read Omegaverse. Oh my God. I will say, just to go back to the book before we finish up, there's a moment where they're talking at the end, chapter 30, and it's right after she comes home and thinks that she's being evicted when she's not. And she asks him, she's like, are you like packing up my stuff or like what's going on? And he was like, you live here. And she thinks to herself, do I? But she's like, I don't ask, do I? Because that would sound insecure and whiny and passive aggressive. And I just remembered I'm none of those things. And I'm like, maybe you deserve to be a little upset with him.
She says, I'm none of those things when it comes to him.
For some reason, I thought she said something to the extent of it either having to do with him or that was something about her that he liked.
No, you're right. It says after that, it says not with Lowe, at least. Why not? Why not?
Because she felt like he was home before. She trusted him before.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, like, after he said what he said,
Again,
like,
I don't understand how she could trust him again. I would it would take some massive groveling and behavioral changes for me to even consider like trusting him with my heart again.
yeah. I mean,
I have the person who did that to me. They were a friend, and we still haven't spoken.
it's just,
Since.
it would be one thing if they weren't close. They became good friends. They understood each other. They took the time to be vulnerable with one another, and so much so that he knew what would hurt her, and he chose to do that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did want to bring up 2 funny parts
Please do.
from the end of chapter 29 that cracked me the fuck up.
Okay.
Number 1 was Misery's vision of how the clothes work with werewolves and seeing the shirt around her neck like rip as she's eating people. And then Alex teases her about the wolves and bow ties and sweaters. And then to me, the most hilarious fucking part of the whole book was when Alex asks her if it makes her hungry when she goes in and all the blood smeared. And she said that she's going to smear a pancake on the inside of a toilet and ask if he's hungry.
Does that make you hungry?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Alex has gotten a little too brave.
Yeah, that, like, it's funny how he sees them as these blood-crazed, like, they are ravingly trying to go after blood when
It's never happened.
It's never happened.
I do want to talk about Serena briefly, since she is the subject of the next book. What's up?
One quick thing. The bite.
Oh yeah, the claiming bite. We don't get to see it, which is a shame.
No, that is a shame. Instead, we just get another bite from her. And he's like, no, I'm gonna bite your back.
Yeah, like, well, I think I was trying to imagine it. I think it's the base of her neck, because she says when she pulls up her hair, he said when she pulls up her hair, you'll see it. So I think it's like the back, but like more at the base of the neck, as opposed to like the shoulder or side of her neck. Because he goes like down 2 vertebra. I think it's the back of the neck.
Yeah, it sounds about right there. But I was just like, how disappointing.
I know, you and I both like the biting thing, and we didn't even get it on the page. Rude.
And apparently there's like some ceremonial things, and the marks that they put on her neck were part of that ceremonial ritual. So thanks for explaining that at the very end. In like a, oh, by the way.
Yeah.
What is an agony aunt?
I don't know. I've never heard of that before either, but it kind of seemed like he was saying, I'm not here for you to bitch to me. Like I don't know. I don't have your answers because I'm not here to listen to you whine.
Okay.
I don't really know what it means.
I don't know. But also when she tells him basically to go fuck himself, I don't know exactly what she said or the meaning, but she basically cussed him out. And he was like, is that any way to talk to an alpha of the pack you're trying to join? I wanted to be like,
you have no room to be talking
sir?
right now, sir.
Yeah, I don't care if she is your mate. Like, equal partners, right? Equal partners.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Different finger. I thought you were doing this.
I mean, I'll do that too. But I'm just, way to be like, by the way, in our relationship, I'm still on top.
Yeah, I felt like that's kind of how I feel with the communication thing too, because like he's making the decision for her. It's not there's no communicating. Like he's making decisions without talking to her. I don't know. Things are not always perfect, but
I think a lot of it too.
That's just not how you treat your mate. I'm sorry.
Well, not just that, but after all we've seen that she's been through, how amazing she is. We want her to have a mate that is equal to her in that, and somebody that she deserves and that deserves her.
Right.
And he just isn't it.
Exactly.
And respects her.
Exactly. Now, briefly, let's talk about Serena before we end this, because she is the subject of our next book, which I'm a little excited about because I like Serena and I like Cohen.
So far. Until, she may ruin them too.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So the epilogue shows us a brief moment where, well, we know that Serena has sort of been welcomed as like a temporary pack mate in Lowe's pack. So she's sticking around. It's like the first time she gets to actually be around werewolves who have not kidnapped her.
I really, really, really hope they did say that they might potentially be able to find out who
me
her
too.
parents are. I hope we get that.
Did you notice that she is a white wolf, just like Lowe?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, another alpha wolf, right?
Oh, another alpha wolf. You think she's an alpha wolf? That'd be cool. Yeah, I immediately thought, oh, they might be related. But that also would be cool.
Yeah. I hope they explore that angle in this next book.
I agree. I would love to learn more about her. And also, I think she has some trauma she's got to work through. So I hope we get that and it's not cheaped out on.
Yeah.
We see Cohen bringing Anna back to Lowe's home, and he walks in the door and he sees Serena for the first time, and it fucking hits him like a truck.
He is the Bucky.
But yeah. And he's the one that has sworn himself to celibacy.
Yes. And there's Amanda.
So this should be interesting.
Also, can I just say that if anybody, like, I don't know Lowe, and I knew he stashed Anna with Cohen.
Yeah.
I knew it. It was like a duh answer.
Well, to be fair, maybe she was not in the main house. Who knows where she was? We don't know. But the whole book, the second half of the book was full of some very obvious choices. You know? I will say, I still enjoyed the book, even though I was very angry for the last third of it. But I don't think it's a bad book. I just think that there were some choices at the end that I thought were questionable.
I think you could skip that chapter. Maybe in reading, if I recommended it, I would say just skip that chapter.
But then you wouldn't understand why they were separated and her saying, "No, I'm not your mate."
Yeah.
Well, no, you would just read it as Mick picked her up, Mick kidnapped her, and then, because it doesn't really talk about the other. You can just pretend.
I don't ever skip chapters. I don't know. I cannot do that in a book. But if that works for people, all right.
My thing is that you know how I feel about the Mercy Thompson series. Love it. It's one of my favorite books of all time, but I have major issue with the first book, and that's you can't figure out who the betrayer is.
Right.
On your own. You get told it later, and it's somebody you never met. There were no indications. I feel like that was a little easy for the author to do, and she gets better. She gets a lot better. I feel like that about this book. I was disappointed in the ending. Yeah. I was disappointed in the romance. I loved the romance in the beginning. Like, if you go back and listen to episode 1, I'm like all for it. I love the banter. It's such a disappointing ending.
I did a 180. I really enjoyed it up until this episode. I really liked the tension and the pining, and I liked Lowe. And Misery is a great character. And I love Serena. She's interesting. I think, and Anna and Alex, I think it was an interesting choice.
Because I do. I love Misery. I love Anna, and usually I do not like the kid in books. And so she just did a beautiful job of these characters, and to do that to Lowe is just, it's kind of low.
I know. I also thought the world building was really smart and interesting for what we did get.
Yes. Which, as I pointed out before we started this week's episode, we always do our notes and we color code them. And I thought it was so funny because I write my notes in red, Lily writes hers in green, and Christy writes hers in purple. And I was like, hey, these are the colors of the blood of this world. So I'm a human, and Lily's the werewolf, and Christy's the vampire.
Of course she is.
It does make sense as someone who was trying to teach you guys about knots and defend the whole knotting thing that I would be the werewolf. Just saying. It tracks.
Like I said, I have no problem with the nodding. It was just the dialogue.
All right. Well, any other thoughts?
But we read the back of the book for Bride for the trailer. So why don't you read that for Mate, since it's a whole new, like, it's not going to continue the story. It'll be its own story.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Okay. All right. A human hybrid and an alpha were claw against the bonds of fate in the highly anticipated companion novel to the New York Times bestselling Bride. Serena Paris is orphaned, packless, and one of a kind. Coming forward as the first human were hybrid, was supposed to heal a centuries-long rift between species. Instead, it made her a target, prey to the ruthless political machinations between wares, vampires, and humans. With her enemies closing in on her, she has only one option left, if he'll have her. As Alpha of the Northwest Pack, Cohen Alexander commands obedience. His authority is so absolute, only a fool would threaten his mate. It doesn't matter if Serena doesn't reciprocate his feelings, nothing will stop him from keeping her safe. But power-hungry vampires and wares are not the only threats chasing Serena. Sooner or later, her past is bound to catch up with her, and Cohen might be the only thing standing between her and total annihilation.
Okay, what? What do you mean she only has one choice? She got misery.
What do you mean? What about the person who was looking for her the entire book? I don't know. Maybe there's a reason that Misery can't. I guess we'll find out. I don't know.
I don't know. If either one of y'all's life were in danger, there's nothing that's going to stop me from bringing y'all in. I don't care if this is not my house. I'm sheltering you.
I love that Ruby Dixon is on the back. You guys know I love Ruby Dixon. Ice Planet Barbarians.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
those 8 feet blue monster
aliens.
Oh, I saw
They're
a post
goofy.
that said that most of the more intelligent readers, what they read is inanimate object smut. And I was like,
that's crazy.
She's like, or this lady said that. She's like, all the people in my life with like a master's or a PhD or whatever, they all read inanimate smut object. And I was like Lily?
Okay, listen. I did not seek it out, okay? I read it out of curiosity. I don't go out of my way to find weird smut unless it's shifters.
I mean, of all the people that I know, I'm pretty sure you hold the most degrees.
Yeah. I might. I mean, I appreciate that. I guess. All right, well, sometimes you just have to do it for science, okay?
It's for science. It's for science.
All right. Well, I guess we'll end there. We hope that you'll join us for next week's episode. We'll be discussing Book 2, Mate, chapters 1 through 10. New episodes drop each week, and don't forget to check out last season's discussion on the Twilight series, available now.
Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow us on social media. That like and follow are super important for us to continue to bring you new episodes each week, so please, please, please do so. You can also support us by joining us on Patreon. Thank you for listening to the Midnight Readers podcast. We'll see you next week.
Happy reading, listeners. Don't stay up too late.